Yes, 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 yes. What is going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. So I want to go over Eagles training camp. This was a day where we're not just going to hear about stuff. We're going to actually see it because the Eagles just don't like to live stream any of their stuff. I don't know why. For the people that are sitting home, want to know what's going on, you know, I guess they have to count on the fans for putting out videos, which definitely was a big help today because you're going to see a lot of things on video. And obviously, other than the warm-ups and stuff like that, that people were recording, there was a lot of plays made today from both sides of the ball. I thought there was a really good job by the offense. I'm just going to get straight into it because I think first we need to go through the injuries. And it's a really long list. I mean, I looked at it and I was like, man, I didn't think it was that long of a list. It could be longer. I think we've had longer lists than these in past years. With Calcaterra still being out, the tight end position, we need another tight end, guys. I mean, Jackriscoll is kind of like reviving himself as a different type of tight end, and I think Jackriscoll might be your number 2 as of right now. Calcaterra being out. The guy Graham that's on IR right now, we picked up from the Falcons. Tyree Jackson, Richard Rodgers. I mean, you don't have much there. I think the Eagles got to go out and get another tight end, another body, because we're losing tight ends like crazy right now, and it's not getting better. LaRaven Clark, the third-string left tackle, you know, I think from last practice had a hamstring injury. This guy is just always hurt, not reliable. With already Andre Dillard and having Jordan Mailata with concussions right now, you're down to your fourth left tackle, which is kind of crazy. So Javon Hargrave was out with a groin injury. I think he was ruled out for the open camp. We talked about Jordan Mailata. Jimmy Moreland out with an ankle. Boston Scott a concussion. Devontae Smith has a groin, so don't expect him to be practicing, playing, nothing. They're just going to wait until he's 100%. Jackriscoll Tart is out from a personal day. Something must have happened today, so hope everything is okay with him. Kerry Vincent Jr. has a groin, and Greg Ward has a toe. A lot of Greg Ward should not be missing any time because this is very valuable to him because I feel like he's a big cut candidate at the wide receiver position right now. So very interesting enough. But I got to say, shout out to E-Rock, Eagles fan, Eagles content creator. So I'm going to put his link for his Twitter and his YouTube channel in the description below because he deserves a lot of credit for some pretty good video that he did take today, which I was really happy about. You can always count on the Eagles fans for putting out really good content, especially when they're at the stadium and they have really good seats. So shout out to him for all of that. But AJ Brown and the Jalen Hurts connection is unstoppable. Hit AJ Brown middle of the field. And just got all that yak yards. I hope we see a lot of this. And then the next one down the right sideline between Bradbury, on tight coverage by Bradbury, and between Marcus Epps, gets a touchdown in the end zone. I think that was probably one of the biggest highlights to the day because we're going to see a lot of this. It's too bad Devontae Smith wasn't playing to kind of see them both on the field at the same time, but we will see it regardless. You know, I really like the throw. I mean, you just pop it up for, I mean, that's a really good throw from a quarterback. Very good throw. I mean, tight window, good coverage on Bradbury. Marcus Epps closing in on the back end, and you get that ball in there to A.J. Brown, and look what he could do. Even just from just throwing to A.J. Brown in open field and open space, he's going to get a lot of yards. So, like I said, guys, I think this is only going to get better. We kind of complained from the start of OTAs that connection, that chemistry wasn't there because A.J. Brown wasn't getting targeted, but I think actually A.J. Brown is the most targeted receiver in training camp as of right now. Obviously, Devontae Smith hasn't practiced the last two training camp practices, but I think he has a lot of reps. A.J. Brown has become the embodiment of Philly, is really just becoming one of those leaders, taking a big step forward and promising the fans that he's going to be one of the best in the league. And I totally agree with that, and I can't wait to see this come week 1 of the regular season, which was awesome. Second on the list right now is my favorite before the draft even happened, before I was talking about players of who I wanted, and big man Jordan Davis. Holy crap. I mean, Jordan Davis, he did some one-on-ones with Cam Jurgens. I mean, not even just the one with Cam Jurgens. Look, I mean, Cam Jurgens can't even hold himself. This is 6'6", 330 pounds coming at you. It's kind of crazy. I just couldn't maintain him. If there's an offensive line that we play every single week and there's injuries to an offensive line going to a game, you got to take advantage of the situation you have here, because I'm going to be looking at Fletcher Cox this year to see maybe if Jordan Davis plays a lot better, but you should have seen him on the 11-on-11s, which I thought it was really cool too, because Jordan Davis was getting double teamed, I think, by Kelsey and Isaac Samalo, and then he really held himself. He actually pushed them back a little bit and then really held his ground, and there was another rep where Jordan Davis was just getting in the backfield constantly, one-on-one against Isaac Samalo. He was definitely destroying him. He was destroying guys left and right. This is why you drafted him. As long as you can maintain his weight, he doesn't lose any explosiveness, you're going to have a very, very good player in him. The defensive line in general should be generating pressure regardless, okay? I think Jordan Davis had a really good day today. You saw just the pure strength. I feel like they do some of this on purpose. They just want the fans to see this, and I understand they're doing drills, but to see Jordan Davis just do that, rookie on rookie, and just doing it to a vet like Isaac Samalo. And Isaac Samalo is like 320 pounds, okay? So, yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, Jordan Davis, I mean, they are unleashing him this year. Jonathan Gannon has talked about him being quote-unquote violent, pinning his ears back and letting Jordan Davis attack everything in front of him. And definitely, obviously, my favorite draft pick of this year is Jordan Davis. I've wanted him on this team before the draft, even by the combine. I was like, I got to get this guy on my team. How are the Eagles not interested in moving up? You're gonna find out why the Eagles moved up in front of the Ravens and gave away those 4 picks. You're gonna see why, and he's gonna be a nightmare. Just imagine with the blitz packages behind Jordan Davis that takes on a double team. I don't even care about his numbers. If I would just say he's going to get 4 sacks this year, then great. If he doesn't, and he's helping other players make plays, I can't really complain about it. But Jordan Davis, what a great day on 11-on-11s, and a great day with the one-on-ones today. Look at, I mean, Cam Jurgens can't even maintain him. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm just so excited for it. But to go in other parts of OTAs as of right now, with those two being the most exciting parts. Now, Jackriscoll actually started, I think, at right tackle for the second team. Okay, now he's not playing a guard with the second team. He's playing right tackle. So he was beat by Reddick for a sack, and then he had a false start the next play, and then Brandon Graham was just dominating him. Jackriscoll is going down the depth chart. He might not even be with the second team anymore. He probably will be the swing right guard, right tackle at the end of the day, because Isaac Samalo is your starting right guard. This is already showing me right now. Okay, Jackriscoll is having a hard time. And look, he's not a bad player, guys. I think he's solid, and he's not anything lesser than what he is. I think he can work out. I think he could be a solid backup for us, and that's great. A guy that can play right guard, right tackle. I can't really complain about it too much, which is great. Goddard had a pretty good day, I think, in that first 11-on-11s in that sequence. Goddard had a really good, it was like a 25 to 30-yard reception, something like that. Reed Sinnott, the quarterback that we have, was with the second team today. Minshew was sidelined for most of the QB work today. Yeah, Minshew has not, I don't know what's going on. Is it because he's living in a van down by the river, or I don't know what's going on with Gardner Minshew. Reed Sinnott has gotten a lot of reps. And look, I think Sinnott and Carson Strong are going to have most of the reps. Minshew, Hurts will get a little bit. Minshew will get a little bit more. And I think Reed Sinnott and Carson Strong will get most of half of the second quarter to the third to the fourth quarter of that first game. So you're going to see a lot of reps by those guys. But what's going on with Gardner Minshew right now? Is he just not in it? Is he not mentally focused? He's had a really since the second day of training camp, he really hasn't played well at all, and I don't know why. And I figured, maybe there's something else going on. I'm not really sure. TJ Edwards had a pass breakup today. In zone, played zone really well. I mean, the defense played really good. The defense has pretty much been dominating since the second day of training camp, really. Because the first day they got pushed around, and really ever since then, the defense has been playing pretty good. Now, obviously, the Eagles have injuries with Mulata being out and, Dillard being out. So, you're losing some guys on the offensive line. A little bit of pressure up the middle from the defensive line today. The offensive line struggled a little bit today. But you had Jason Huntley in the backfield, so ran a 50-yard run today, which was good. And I think Jason Huntley is really trying to make that big push. He was with the second-team offense, which is great. I think maybe there's something for him at special teams. That's what I'm hoping. Jason Huntley has just never really had a chance in front of the running backs that he had in front of him just because of the competition. I don't want to let go of him. I really want to use him in some way. If it's for special teams, we all know that he was one of the biggest tryouts for the kick returns. Now, my boy Britton Covey, Nick Sirianni said some good things earlier in the press conferences before the open training camp, and says that he's great at catching the football. He's very consistent. And he's had a really good camp. But I think he went in for one punt return today, but I didn't hear what else happened after that. He went in for the punt return, and then the news stopped. So maybe he called a fair catch or something. So I was hoping, really nothing from special teams today whatsoever. It was mostly, I don't know. I wasn't there, so I don't know how much they did special teams-wise, so I'm not really sure about any of that. But at the end of the day, we're going to talk about Jalen Hurts. A lot of fans are not happy with this practice. Guys, the Eagles are running their generic stuff. They're not scheming against each other. The Eagles offense versus the Eagles defense, they're not scheming against each other. Okay, which I did notice some things from Jalen Hurts. He rolled out to his right a lot. They had him run with the football in his hands a lot, which he actually put Brandon Graham in the dust like he did in that Saints game on that big touchdown run. Did almost the same thing that Brandon Graham. Brandon Graham didn't fall to the ground, but he got tricked up a little bit, and the fans were very happy about it. But, a lot of people aren't happy about this practice. This is a walkthrough, glorified walkthrough, practice. That's it, guys. They're not scheming. And look, if you think they're going to show you their whole playbook in an open practice, it's not going to happen. Okay? They're not going to give away any ammo. Just like those press conferences the coaches have every single week. You think they're going to tell us what they're doing and how they're using players? They're not. Okay? This is a tryout for Jalen Hurts this year. This is it. This is a tryout for Jalen Hurts to see if he is the franchise guy. The problem I'm going to have with this, okay, is going forward. I'm not really nitpicking, but I'm just saying at the same time, you have to throw with Jalen Hurts. And look, we've heard rumors that this offense is going to be more of a run base, that they'll run 60% of the time. And maybe they will, just to open up the play action and open up the passing game a little bit, which is great. But for the weapons that you have around Jalen Hurts right now, you got to pass the ball more. You have to. The only way we're going to find out if Jalen Hurts is the guy is putting him in a situation where you have to win with his arm. And I think the Eagles have to do that, because if they don't do that all year and he runs the read option, the read option, and he, carries the ball with himself all the time, it's not going to show me that, even if we're winning games because of it, it's not going to show me if he's going to be a pure passing talent, which I understand that his skill set can only bring us so far. But we need to see what he does in this passing game. We need to see these throws on stride. I don't know what else to say about it. You know what I mean? So I totally get the fans when they weren't really happy. They're rolling him out to his right like they did last year a million times, because I guarantee you a million other teams that face us this year are going to look at that Tampa Bay wildcard game and just watch. How do you beat Jalen Hurts? You beat Jalen Hurts by pressuring him every single play. That's how you're going to beat him. Even with the offensive line today in the 11-on-11s, there was pressure up the middle. And what do you do when there's pressure up the middle? If he doesn't have a clean pocket, I'm not saying clean, but, enough to where he could stand there for a few seconds and kind of, coordinate the field a little bit, then he has to, he has to escape. He has to run out of it. I think there was a big problem late last year where as soon as he sensed a little bit of pressure on the edge, he just ran out of the pocket immediately, not being patient. I understand, you don't want to take the sack, but, you got to stay in that pocket sometimes and make these throws, depending on the situation. So I'm going to be realistic on it, when the pocket collapses and stuff. Because when you move around the field and you're running all over the place, it's gonna mess up the blocking schemes. Defensive players are gonna have better angles on you, and this is how you get sacked. This is how you fumble the ball. This is how turnovers happen, and you start panicking, wanting to throw when you're running out towards the sideline, and that's what happens. But it was Jalen Hurts' birthday today. I thought he had a really good day, but you have to test this guy's arm all year. Okay, I'm not saying pass, he's got to pass the ball 30 times a game, 30 or more. There's no doubt about it. It's got to happen. If you're running the ball, and look, if you're winning games, it may not matter, but I need to see more from Hurts. I got to see that passing aspect from Hurts, because if they're doing read option, he's just keeping the football to himself, and they're kind of using him the same way he did last year with better weapons in this offense, with A.J. Brown on top of it, Quez Watkins, Zach Pascal, Dallas Goedert. There's no way this should be a run heavy. Look, they're going to run the ball, guys, but they got to pass a little bit more. There's no way there's really no excuse to be a run-first team this year. There's really not. From what you're given around. Look, if you didn't have a great offensive line, you know, if you didn't have the best receivers, I can understand you're going to balance it out a little bit more. But you're going to the only way we're going to find out this guy has anything is, yes, it's literally him throwing the football. And if they sway away from that and they do a lot of rollouts with him, and it's not going to help me make my mind up that he's going to be the franchise guy, because they're not giving him the opportunity to become a passer or more of a passer. Okay, like I said, I'm not trying to make him into Aaron Rodgers, or I know he's not going to be that. Okay, I totally understand that, but you got to give him the chance and not force him or handicap him, but you have to make him throw the ball. You got to make him throw it, and you have to make him be more consistent with it, because him running with the football in his hands, him doing all that, it's great. You know, it's good for games. It's a plus. Jalen Hurts' legs, him carrying the football is another side to our game that's going to make us successful, but it's not going to win you games all the time. There's going to be games where the run game is not going to work, and teams are going to pressure Hurts to rely on his passing. Okay, I need to see Jalen Hurts win with his arm, and that's the only way I'm going to find out. Okay, we can run the same stuff we did last year. It's not going to work. We need to see him do better. I don't question Jalen Hurts' mentality, his work ethic, off the charts at the end of the day. But you gotta do more with him. If you didn't get AJ Brown, I'd still be more of a passing team this year. Okay, getting AJ Brown just changed the whole entire offense. That trade was huge, not just for getting a marquee name that you're paying a lot of money to, but you're getting a guy that not only has a good connectivity with Jalen Hurts with the chemistry, but could take your offense over the top from what you have now. You know, with Devontae Smith and Quez and everybody else. So let me know what you guys think about the open practice, guys. I know I was ranting a little bit, but Jordan Davis, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts, I think they all had a really good day. You know, there's going to be some issues. You know, there's a lot of people aren't going to like this practice. This is a practice. We're not scheming. We're not seeing the whole playbook. That's what no one understands going into this whole thing. So I hope everybody understands. There's going to be some people, and look, and if you're against what they didn't practice and didn't like it, look, I totally get it, and I respect your opinion at the end of the day. So didn't make this video too long. 17 and a half minutes is kind of crazy, but definitely a lot to talk about in this open practice. I hope you guys had a fantastic day. If you guys went to the practice, I hope you had a really good time. It seems like a lot of people are having a good time just being back at the link and just chilling. So I will see you guys on the next one. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Cover the Eagles every single day. Don't miss any of the videos. And we'll see you on the next one. SHAKESQUAD up, follow slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.